All right. All right, we're back again. It's been, I tell you what, it's October now, but it really has been lovely weather outside, apart from today when it rained a bit. Actually very grey earlier, so you know how that feels. Not what you want. Clicks, okay? Celebrity scandals. There's lots of them, more than we know about. In my new idea for a series, Clicks, we look at some of the shenanigans of a newsroom and how what you are told about is designed to annoy you, so you'll click on it. Unlike this channel, where the only people we might be annoying are unreasonable, these media machines are expert at getting you to read stories so that you can get bombarded by their adverts. I would never do that. Discuss. Yeah, so, you know, as intros go, it's quite a brief one. But the point of this whole idea is we have a series that highlights the way that media companies and the news and everything, including the internet, which is in a way a media, isn't it? They're only interested in you visiting the thing or clicking on the thing, and so you get advertised at.
Yeah.
Right.
News is secondary to the
Very much
products.
so, I find. News is secondary. What happens is secondary even to the title.
Clickbait.
So that, but the well, indeed. But the title is a lie, because even worse than, let's say, when they would just amp up what happens. So the title would say, all right, this is a 5-minute video, and for 2 seconds something interesting happens. So we're going to talk about the interesting thing that happens. Okay, in the title we'll mention only the interesting thing, not the boring bits either side of it. Whereas now the title is something that doesn't happen in the video. So it's like, I can't believe she walked out like that, and you go, oh, that sounds exciting. I'm going to click on it, and she never walks out. Yeah?
Yeah, I find you see those ones quite often where it's like, you won't believe what these child stars from the 90s look like now.
And they're not in.
Yeah. Or you click on it and you're like, I do believe that they look like that.
Yeah,
because that looks like this child as a grown-up human.
Yes, because they're 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So child stars from the 90s, you wouldn't believe it. So when you say, oh, you wouldn't, what would you not believe? Right? If you were if someone were a 90s child star, what wouldn't you believe?
That it's not butter.
About their appearance? That they're not butter.
That it's not butter.
That it isn't butter.
Aliens.
Right? They're aliens.
Oh,
they are.
I would
they
believe
aren't.
that. I would believe that. Yeah.
I guess if they'd like, I don't know, like grown a hand on their forehead.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
like
won't believe
growing
Johnny
up.
Depp's fifth hand.
That would surprise me.
Fifth?
Yeah, what? I wouldn't believe his third
No,
hand.
I'm counting.
Oh, you were counting feet as well
I
as
was
hands?
counting feet, sorry, yeah.
Your leg hands and your arm hands.
Leg hands. Yeah, I think that's how.
I think they count.
I think that's what
Feet are just leg hands.
actually Germans do that, don't they? Because shoe, no, not shoe, but do you know what a glove is? Do you know what a glove is in German?
Oh, a hand
Go
sock.
on.
Nearly.
Oh.
It's a hand shoe.
It's a hand shoe.
It's a hand shoe.
Yeah. So in a
A
way,
hand sock
Germans
makes more
think that
sense,
hands.
arguably.
What
This
is
is true, actually. Germans think that hands are feet, so we're like dogs.
Oh, so then you've got leg feet and arm feet instead of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did evolve from
4
monkeys
legs.
who use their feet as hands. Technically.
Or were they using their leg feet or their arm feet as weight?
The point is,
No,
if a 90s child star
Yeah.
were a monkey now,
Yeah.
you would go, I can't believe that.
Yeah, that would surprise me.
Oh, interesting.
I would think it was faked. I would go, no, that's what they've done is they've got a picture of a monkey and they've got the face of the celebrity who they've aged a bit, or maybe they took their actual picture like recently, because you can do that, and like so I wouldn't even believe it. They need to have video of it talking, and I don't know that it could
Yeah.
talk, being a monkey.
And saying things that only that child star would know.
Yeah.
With Photoshop nowadays, you know, you get
You got deep fakes.
Deep
Deep fake,
fakes. Yeah.
So you could do it.
So there's nothing that I wouldn't believe. Especially the process of aging, I do believe that. So just,
Yeah, that's believable.
yeah.
So if you were 15 in 1995, then you would be 42 now. And if you look, if they looked 25 now, I'd go, well, they look
Yeah.
good.
Mm.
Oh, they look
But a
good.
lot of them do look 25 when they're
Yeah.
not 25.
Only if they went on to have successful adult careers, because child stars tend to like
They
take a
age
lot of
back.
drugs
Yeah.
and you know get into
Yes, they do.
really
I mean, Elijah Wood still looks 22.
He looks impeccable.
Yeah.
He's 45.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't.
45. The other one is I saw a video. Was it Cillian Murphy?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody described him as just at a press conference,
Yeah.
and someone described him as a young boy. He said he didn't know his name. He was like asked a question, and oh, who's that to? Oh, the young boy, and he's like 43.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'll take that as a compliment. But
That's a compliment. Yeah.
I got caught. I what was it? 6 months ago, a guy who was admittedly older than. I mean, he's probably 20 years older than I was, or am, and he said to me, "Thank you, young man," and I was like, "All right, doesn't happen much." So I think we've nailed that discussion on the way that media just uses us for clicks all the time. So let's move on to the important scene. In this scene, we see a conflicted situation. There has been a celebrity scandal as family-friendly TV presenter Jessica Rose has been clandestinely filmed as the centerpiece of a wild, drug-fueled orgy. I've said that word twice now. She and her PR representative Robert Simpson of Simpson Stardust Incorporated are in the offices of Newsday International, sound like anything, talking to editor Margaret Benningstaff and celebrity editor Dominic Silk about how to limit the damage, or if they want to. An added spice is that the TV channel that runs Jessica's show is owned by the same company that owns Newsday, Pick Rolls. Yeah, so that's another thing, right? So, you know, the newspaper and the media company is run by the same people who manage the Star, and it's all a big sort of incestuous thing where, well, how do we make the most money out of this? This is a problem, but is it a problem? Can we turn it into a success? What are our scruples? Does anybody get fired here? Okay, if we approach this in the wrong way, what's the important thing about that? Is it that we've done a bad thing, or is it that we lose money? Because it's about money fundamentally, isn't it? The reason you want people to click on your thing is that they see an advert that bores them to tears, but you've sucked them in and say, we'll suffer the advert, or they'll at least wait until it can be skipped. You know, it's on newspaper websites in particular, the advert sort of lasts kind of 18 seconds and you can't skip it.
Yeah.
They're really bad, they are.
Yeah,
You
they're
know.
infuriating.
Yeah.
And for all this amazing power that they seem to have, like they know what you want, they understand who you are and they know what you want. Well, the stuff that gets advertised to me, I mean, I would never...
I feel like they must be banking on the subliminal nature of those adverts, because I don't know anyone that has been forced to sit through an advert and then been like, I am going to engage with this product, because you just hate them. You hate them all, right?
Well, first of all, I mean, I get like loads for like ladies' perfume, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy any of that. And then the other thing that you get is, let's say you've bought a piece of furniture, recently. Like I bought that sofa once.
You've already bought the furniture.
I bought
and
it.
they're like, buy it again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that
So
last
it's-
time.
Really
That's not very sophisticated. To me, I think that's
Yeah.
a failure. So let's pick these goddamn rules. Okay, so we've got Margaret Benningstaff, who's the editor of the newspaper. She's a career woman. She's a go-getter, pushy, shovey, mild violence. Dominic Silk is subordinate to her, but they clearly like each other. and he's the person who's in charge of all the celeb stuff at the newspaper. So they're on the same team, and you think, well, are there teams? Well, we're going to find out. So you've got Robert Simpson, and you've got Jessica. So who wants to be Jessica? She's in trouble. She's probably got the least to say, but she's sort of the centre of the conversation. She's probably the most outraged and worried about the situation.
I'll take that. Yeah, outraged and worried is
Jessica Rose, the nation's sweetheart. Right? So that leaves you
As Margaret.
as Margaret, which is, I think, a very strong role anyway, isn't it? I mean, it's you know, really written like she's a real toughie.
Yeah.
Really get into that, you know, don't take any rubbish. Right, so whose side are you on? You on Jessica's side? Are you on
I felt drawn to Dominic. You know, I feel like I can.
Dominic Silk?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll be Robert the agent.
Lovely.
I'm happy to attack it. Now remember, these people, they all know each other. That's the worst of it. Note how they're all on first name basis, right? They know each other. They've met many times at various functions, but this is a bit of a crisis meeting.
Yeah.
right.
You've got to admit, this is a disaster.
It's not good, no, but people have survived worse.
Trouble is, you want a favour from me, but all you'll succeed in doing is putting us on the back foot with our competitor.
There's no way we're the only people that have this video. What were you thinking, Jessica?
I know. Listen, it was a moment of weakness,
A
okay?
moment? The video's 2 hours long.
We thought you were on holiday. We'd sent out 2 photographers to Santorini. We'd agreed it, Robert.
Okay, well, we can talk about that.
If Jessica gives us an exclusive interview, tearful, apologetic, where we can come up with some kind of reason for her acts, it could work. But the reason has to be good.
How good?
Like your dad abused you or something.
I can't do that to my dad.
So you didn't?
No!
That's a pity. That would have worked.
I came here to bury this, not arrange a tearful interview.
Are you mad?
I'm not mad. I'm aware that Jessica's career is more important than a day's clicks and coverage.
I'm sorry, Robert, but if you think this only has a day's mileage, you're wide off the mark. This can run and run.
Margaret, just for a moment, consider the long game, will you? Jessica will lose endorsements and wreck her daytime show, plus the 3 shows we have in the pipeline. What will your boss say?
You can't strong-arm me, mate. If we've got the tape, they'll have it over the road, and all you're doing is screwing us. The news is out. Time to deal with it.
Jessica, you need to start working on answers to questions.
What kind of questions?
How long did it last?
How many times have you done it before?
How many guys were there?
What happened in your life to make you such a deviant? That's the main one.
Oh, God, Robert!
This is the nation's sweetheart. Guys, listen, I'm a realist. I get the interview, but those first few questions, no way. The last one, yeah, we need to think about that.
Robert, they're going to ask me on camera why I'm such a deviant.
We'll word it better, Tom.
Yeah, okay. Who hurt you to make you do these things?
Yes.
Good. Deflect. Deflect. I still like the other questions.
Oh, well,
though.
I don't.
Really not comfortable, Margaret.
You won't believe how many guys were at Jessica Rose's orgy. Jessica Rose spent how long in the sex dungeon? It wasn't the first time, Jessica Rose.
What are you doing?
Yes, the beauty is you don't even need to answer directly. Just squirm a bit and people will have to see those 3 clips.
I'm really not sure.
I'm certain, Robert.
What would you expect in terms of numbers for those, Dom?
I mean, I'd be disappointed with anything less than 7 million apiece. Another 10 for the full interview, all in the first week, mind you.
That is a lot.
Ballpark figure?
5 mil? Then we devise a strategy after that. Maybe play up to it a bit.
Wow. I mean, that's really good.
Wait.
5 million.
Pounds.
The other 3 nod. Jessica lets it sink in.
Not my dad, though. One of my uncles is dead. Bit of a loner. I need to make some calls to smooth it over, though.
Okay. Let's work out the detail on that 5 million. Yeah.
Hmm.
See what bastards they are.
Slimy,
Yeah.
so
See what they're
slimy.
like?
Slimy, the evil geniuses.
So it's all about the money at the end of the day. I mean, it doesn't
Mm.
even. She's worried about her career. Why is she worried about her career? Money. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when the scandal is worth more than she would make in a certain amount of time, worth probably more than the endorsement she currently has, it's like, well, hang on, I can make this work.
Yeah.
It's almost like, was Kim Kardashian's sex tape staged?
Well,
Right? Because she made a lot
The
of money.
release,
That
yeah.
shot her to fame, right? Was
Well-
it all Chris's idea?
I
Maybe.
don't know. None of us do.
Or do we?
No, but yeah, but it's that kind of thing. It's so this is a terrible thing she's done. She is the nation's sweetheart, but it can't be buried. Imagine trying to bury that today. If somebody did that in real life now, and you go, oh
It's
Can't
getting
bury
out.
7 men.
It's getting out.
no, well you could,
Well, could
but
bury
then
7 men.
you're maybe making the problem worse.
Oh, orgy on top of murder.
Yes,
Yeah.
multiple
It isn't
murders.
great.
Well, murder on top of orgy.
I mean,
Murder
it,
on top of orgy.
it would
you know.
make a very good true crime.
Yeah.
Very good
Sure.
too, guys.
Murder on
Take
the
over Darwin.
Orgy-Orient Express.
Even these people with their connections couldn't get out of that.
Right.
Because if they said you said 7, if we're saying 7,
I think I tapped into Jessica's.
yeah, no,
Mindset.
that's your
Seven's
job.
not
That's your
right.
job
Yeah.
technically. So 7 men. So that's 7 people who are going to brag about this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they'd at least be saying, "Hey, this happened definitely," even if they didn't have access to the tape.
So you've got to pay them off.
Yeah, if you don't kill them.
Yeah.
So your 5 million gets whittled away,
Well,
and
exactly.
you don't even have it.
Quickly, yeah.
You see, you've only got the 5 million if you admit to the thing.
Theoretical.
You know, but it
Yeah.
could run and run. And she just, you know, at the end of the day, the way I see it with this series is they probably just change her image a bit,
Yeah.
and she just ends up doing kind of late night TV instead
Yeah.
of daytime. So in a way, I mean, you get paid more for that in the long run anyhow.
Well,
I
like the
don't know.
Miley Cyrus transformation from like teen Disney Channel to naked on a wrecking ball, you know, the sort of, and that marketing sort of snap of the fingers to completely change that image
Yeah.
kind of goes that way, you know, nation sweetheart to rampant sex pest.
Or can you pass it off as a deep fake?
Oh.
Bringing it all
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
round.
But then you are going to have to pay or kill those 7 guys.
Yeah.
Because they will
Or
say no.
defamation.
Yeah.
Or defamation. Yeah.
Defamation of the same guys.
Yeah.
They're nobodies.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're probably taking the right course of action when you consider the power that they have. My question is, should they have this power? I mean, should they just be able to carve stuff up like that? Doesn't seem right, does it? You
No.
know, when there are people waiting in the wings who would do her job as well as she does it and not have a 7-man orgy.
Yeah.
You know?
I think should we be casting too many aspersions about a 7-man orgy? I know it's not like if everything was consensual and you know that's
Right.
not, maybe
She's
that's
not
the way
right
that
to
they
have
could
7-man
spin that,
orgy.
you know, like she's not committed any crimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
True.
You're doing my job now.
Yeah.
You know, in the
As
thing.
Robert,
As
yeah.
Robert, you know, that's what the agent would say. But newspapers,
Doesn't
They-
matter. Yeah.
they hate hypocrisy of any kind, even though they like engage in it a lot themselves. So they would say, but it's hypocritical of you to turn up in your flowery dress on daytime TV and pretend, you know, you've got a happy family life and be doing that as well. They have a real beef with that. In fact, people generally have been trained to despise any form of hypocrisy. So I think they're probably taking the right route by going, look, you just got to, you know, for lack of a better phrase, come clean about all of this and just say, yeah,
Suck it
it
up.
happened, I did it. Is she sorry? Because you can't be, if you say, oh, I'm sorry, is
Then
it,
you
I'm sorry I
regret
got
it.
caught? Yeah, exactly. Do I regret doing it? It's a different thing. So if she's like,
Well, she'll have to say sorry, regardless, because that will kind of provide appeasement to a lot of the people. Because then the newspaper can print, Jessica Rose apologises for such and such.
you can get some more views of that.
Yeah.
but who is she apologising to? And what now? If she had a husband, if she had children, yeah, then you would say, yeah, you probably should. They probably owed something here. But if she was single, who is she apologising to? Society.
Yeah, I guess. The nation.
Who cares about them, eh? So anyway, that's the first thrashing around of clicks. I think I'll return to it because I thought it was rather fun, wasn't it? And no doubt you'll leave comments agreeing with me on that. If you don't agree, don't leave a comment. If you liked it, click like. If you didn't like it, don't click like, but go away. So,
don't search for Andrew 7-Man orgy.
Don't do that.
That's
See, what?
He finds nothing.
Don't like where this is headed. See you next time, maybe.